Still 9 remaining on second down. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. 44 yards. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Seahawks first down.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hoover. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. There's 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you...
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from going up by 30.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, it's Watson. It's caught inside the 25.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Touchdown! Michael Thomas from 13 yards out. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Jose Borregales for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game.
Makes the score Seahawks 30, Saints 7.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd and 7, Watson. Sees his man along the sideline. That's Slayton with it. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Partner, took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off the play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. It brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. An option run here for Watson. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down where they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Throwing on third down, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will cut the lead down to 13. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Try to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Watson now to throw. Buying, and can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game.
Well, it's pretty evident that's not the way you want to try and establish momentum ahead of a possible fourth-quarter comeback, because you needed points there, at least something to build out for your next series. That was neither. Instead, it's a huge play for a defense that now has no doubt it can finish this game off.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle, here's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 42. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through the...
And now here's another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a 4th-quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly... And my goodness, another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hand off here to Walker. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Able able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Here's Walker, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. They'll set up a throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
142 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Again, it's Walker.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal.
It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but you go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side?
Yeah.
They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On second and very short, Watson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up well short. And that is how this one comes to an end.